So Warren Buffett says the way you become rich is not through income, but through capital gain, right? So why does he say that? The reason he says that is because if you look at people that make income, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million a year, whatever it is, now, particularly to the ball players, the singers, the artists, all these people, the part that they're missing is that if you make $1 million in income, well, that only adds $1 million to your net worth. When I make $1 million in income, I get $10 million in net worth. I'm able to multiply that through asset allocation as opposed to just having the income. So people got to get a lot smarter about money. You know, I hope that this video reaches the artists, the ball players, the people that are making the cash. You have to understand that the wealthy are taking that cash, they're taking that income, and they're generating 5, 10, sometimes 15 times the value of that dollar. Think about that. So you have one class of person that's making $1 million in cash, and if I make $1 million in cash, I'm getting $10 million in value because I have the right asset allocation through a company. The other person, millions and millions. Actually, it's probably worth less because of inflation and the dollar's worth. That $1 million that I'm making in the right asset allocation is worth 10, and it'll be worth 13 million, 15 million, 17 million year over year over year, as opposed to that $1 million. Huge difference. I mean, it's like a mind-blowing thing, right? But people don't look at money that way. So the idea about cash flow and income, yes, those things are important, absolutely. But the richest man in the world, or the richest top 50 or 100 men in the world, are not rich because of their cash flow income. They're rich because of why? Their asset allocation. Name me one person that's made the richest man in the world because of their income. It doesn't exist. You're not even on the list. You're not even on the list. You're not even on the top, the 1,000 billionaires or the richest people on the planet. None of them are rich because of their, or wealthy, on that list because of their income. They're on that list because of their asset allocation, because their ability to take $1 million and value it at 10 or 15 or 20 is better than the other person that just has $1 million in income.
How do you do that?
Companies. This is the part that people are missing out. They're missing out on companies. If you find the right company in the right sector, which, you know, mine is healthcare. I love healthcare. I'm a healthcare guy through and through. If you find the right company, people are willing to give you a higher multiple of that dollar than you could in other industries. That's why for me, if I collect $1, I'm able to value that dollar at 10 to 15 times. Think about that. So you got some other guy over here that's made $3 million in cash. It's $3 million in cash. I make $3 million in cash. It's worth 30. So people got to get a lot smarter about their cash and about their money and where their asset allocation is. Because at some point the income either runs out, or the income maybe stays the same, or maybe it's growing at 10% a year. But because of inflation and everything else going on, that 3 million or 4 million, or let's say it's $5 million, is not going to be worth 50. Big difference, right? Big difference. You know, the message I want to send is that for the business owners, and it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter where you start. Honestly, God, look, I started in my kitchen with $78 in my name. But if you can just think with creating value in your asset, value in your company, creating value every single day, what you're trying to basically do is you're trying to get somebody to, at some point in the game, at some point in your journey, value your dollar for a higher multiple than what the market is right now, which is $1. $1 is $1. $100,000 is $100,000. $1 million is $1 million. But wouldn't it be better if somebody said, hey, your $1 million is actually worth 10? And that's what I want for you, and that's what I want people to think with. Now that could be through starting a business, but it also could be through investing with an entrepreneur, like with me with Tipnes Capital, right? Being able to invest in a healthcare fund that's going to allow you to get that multiple for yourself as opposed to just getting a return.